It's been years since this doorbell rang to alert its resident of a guest, but efforts to resurrect a number of historic buildings on the campus of Montana VA Healthcare look to bring it back to life.
It's a really exciting project, 1 to 2 bedroom units for supportive housing for homeless veterans. So they'll have resources not only in the housing program, but also, in this case, really close. You know, we'll have medical care and mental health care and social services available to them.
Montana VA facility planner Teresa Bell has been involved with this project since it first began almost 10 years ago. The goal is to create housing for veterans and their families out of historic officers' quarters and the former hospital. The buildings involved in Freedom's Path date back to the late 1800s. When it's all said and done, there will be 42 new residential units with housing for almost 100 veterans and their families. Historic Architecture Officer Pete Brown of the Montana Historical Society is helping move the project along by assisting the contractor in getting a federal historic tax credit.
The main things I do is to work with the architects so that the choices they're making adhere to those standards. And the intent there is to get the historic buildings to retain their historic identity while functioning for continued use.
The tax credit will help a long-dreamed project become reality, giving new purpose to buildings that would otherwise stand useless.
Sort of levels the playing field to make historic preservation a bit more cost competitive with new construction. And you know, preservation is just a great way it has some environmental benefits. We're reusing the embodied energy of all those bricks, all the stones, all that wood that were put up in 1895.
And helping veterans who are homeless or at risk of homelessness and their families.
Having that option to have a permanent housing that's supported and that can help them get on their feet and stay on their feet, and I think that's a huge benefit to veterans.
Officials hope to break ground on Freedom's Path just after the start of the new year. At Fort Harrison, Melissa Jensen, MTN News.